So when it comes to Hollywood, every year it's getting smaller and smaller. Bigger budget productions are becoming the name of the game. Smaller indie films are really something that you have to kind of go out and seek now. They're not everywhere. And the same thing can be said about actors. The bigger actors tend to be everywhere, while some of the smaller ones are definitely kind of in the back. One of the biggest ones in recent memory that really got her breakout was Margot Robbie. She's been largely working with Warner Brothers, but now it sounds like she wants to work with Disney. So Margot Robbie is, of course, more or less everywhere when it comes to Warner Brothers. They really got her, and of course she's playing Harley Quinn. Her next big appearance is going to be, of course, with the Birds of Prey, but then she has the Suicide Squad, and that is, of course, being directed by a Marvel director. Now, as some trades have started to report, Margot Robbie has a wish list of things she would like to do, which I think many actors do, and many directors and various other people. Of course, we recently heard about how Tom Holland has one and he's gotten to do some of the stuff on there. Well, according to them, one of hers is to go over and work for Disney on something big. Now, just to take this back a few, Margot Robbie has really made a name for herself. When you really think of women in Hollywood that are like a peak right now, that are the biggest name out there, when you look across it, you're like, yeah, Margot Robbie, young, up and coming star. She has all of it to her name. Actually, I wouldn't even say up and coming. I'd say she's been there for years now. So clearly that's something that a lot of studios are going to look at. Now, what could she possibly want to do with Disney? Well, there's all sorts of possibilities. She could go the route of being a princess or directing or executive producing some princess property. Who knows? They maybe get her for something Disney, something Marvel related like that. Who really knows? It could really be anything, but she's a big enough name that if she walks into the studio, they'll talk to her, right? And if she has an idea and comes up with something creative and clever, I don't see why they wouldn't look at her for this and go, okay, well, let's talk about this further. This just happened with the casting of Blade, so it's very possible. And, she's in that age where she grew up right there when Disney started to be really everywhere on TV, and it kind of pushed itself through, and a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for it. And she was in Hollywood right as this giant boom happened, and Disney is unstoppable now, so there's a lot of envy towards it, and why wouldn't you want to work for the biggest company in Hollywood? So, it'll be a little bit, I think, before anything happens, if anything happens, but I have no doubt that she's going to sit down and talk with them and try to figure something out. So, what do you guys think about this? Who would you like to see her play? Off the top of my head, live action Elsa. There you go.